Welcome back to another episode of Expedition Adventurer. In this episode, we venture out with our new Go Fast camper for a 3-day overland run through northern New Mexico's epic Valle Vidal. Join us for a truly stunning journey through the land of enchantment. The next episode of Expedition Adventure starts now. Well, hello my friends, and welcome back to another episode of Expedition Adventure. I'm Scott Luthold. Well, this morning, Heather and I were sitting in Songbird Cabin thinking to ourselves, where could we go on a 3-day overland trip within 100 miles radius from us with our new truck camper? And we thought about going to southern Colorado. We also thought about a few places south of us here in New Mexico. But at the end of the day, we decided to take a 3-day trip into Valle Vidal. Now, if you watch my channel, you know that last November across Heather's birthday, we went to Valle Vidal, and that's where I proposed to her. And as all of you know, we got married here in front of Songbird Cabin in June. Well, that's the only time we've ever been out to Valle Vidal. And Valle Vidal is an absolutely extraordinary tract of land that is just chock full of fly fishing streams, beautiful lakes, incredible vistas and valleys, wonderful places to hike and mountain bike. And we're going to go back out there and spend some time doing some of those things. However, what we're going to do is we're going to drop down the eastern slope of the mountain range we live in here into the town of Cimarron. Just past Cimarron is a forest road that drives north right along Vermejo, which is Ted Turner's reserve property. It's also an incredible several 100,000-acre property that you can go to and stay in these absolutely beautiful lodges that he's got there. So we're going to drive along his property on National Forest land. We'll end up in Valle Vidal. We're going to go to some of the lakes and experience some of the streams and just have a really wonderful time. Heather and I really hope you enjoy this episode, so sit back and enjoy the ride.
My baby, just 3 weeks to go. The rain is falling wildly, but the moon is still aglow. And tomorrow there'll be sunshine.
Well, all right, my friends, we made it out past the village of Cimarron. Cimarron is located on the eastern slope of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. We live up in the Sangre de Cristos. We drove about 10 miles out on the highway past the village between Cimarron and the town of Cold Beer, New Mexico. There's a turnoff called Cerrosos Road. As you can see here, we're going to be passing through some private land. That private land is owned by Ted Turner. That is called Vermejo. Vermejo is an incredible property that I mentioned just a little while ago. As you can see right here, there's a fence. On the other side of this fence is Vermejo, and Heather and I have come through here on several occasions, and we've seen literally hundreds of bison roaming just right out here. We'll be passing up this road through Vermejo, and we are allowed to drive on this road. It is an access road, and it does have an easement for public access. But we are not allowed to turn off the road and get off onto private property. Once we pass through Vermejo, which is about 25 miles up the road here, we'll be entering into the Valle Vidal area. On the other side of the road over here is the Philmont Scout Ranch. The Philmont Scout Ranch is owned by the Scouts of America. It's the largest private camp in the world. And over 22,000 scouts pass through that camp every summer. And take excursions out into the wilderness. Very, very beautiful area. We're really excited to go up this road. We've never been up this road into Valle Vidal from this side. So let's go and check it out.
My baby, just 3 weeks to go. The rain is falling wildly, but the moon is still aglow. And tomorrow there'll be sunshine, and the garden will be green. We'll lay a bed of lilies for you to dream. My baby, just 3 weeks to go. Your mother's singing softly to the music playing low. She feels you from heart to knees. The love for you is as deep as the sea. My baby, just 3 weeks to go. Your father's preparations for you have found the flow. And your mother, she is resting for a journey to bring you home. And we'll see you when the wind winds begin to blow. Yeah, we'll see you when the winds begin to blow. Yeah, we'll see you when the winds begin to blow.
All right, we've officially passed through all the private property. We are now in the Carson National Forest. The signs say that we can camp anywhere in the area as long as we're about a half a mile off the road. And then, of course, there are some designated campsites as well. And we'll find something really beautiful to camp in this evening. So pretty excited to be in the National Forest now and through all the private land. So Heather spotted this right here. It's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. And there's a staircase here. We're literally, like, pretty much out in the middle of nowhere. So we're gonna check it out and see what this is. Looks like a trail to me, huh? Just keeps going.
This is peculiar. And like, look at this. One goes that way, the bridge, and this way.
Why would somebody take this much time and energy to put these logs across the trail all the way down? I mean, it's one thing to have a trail built, right?
Right.
It's another thing to actually put these logs all the way through here. Why would they do that?
And I mean, they're sunken in pretty good. So, I mean, they've been here a while,
Yeah, they've been
obviously,
here a
but
while.
that's
Now,
a lot of work.
The only thing I can think of is that maybe it gets really muddy back here, and maybe they built this as a cattle trail, but why would they build a trail like this for cattle?
I know, right?
Look at the little horny toad. Isn't he cute?
It's just really odd. It just keeps going. Well, there is a big rock pile over here, and it does look like there's a drop off down over there. Do you want to go further?
Yeah, I mean, there's a clearing or a drop off or something, right?
Yeah, let's just go out to that maybe and then turn around. Well, the trail has definitely gotten a little more prominent. There aren't any tufts of grass growing in the trail, so obviously something uses this trail. I'm going to guess that it's cattle. But why would somebody build it like this? Well, as you can see, it drops down into this valley here. Heads over toward the mountains there, down into this valley somewhere. It looks like it's a hiking trail, but there's no signs for a hiking trail. Very strange.
Maybe when we get back.
Well, we're really not prepared to continue on this trail to see where it goes. It probably goes on and on and on. We didn't bring our bear spray. We didn't bring any water. Heather didn't change her shoes. We don't have any jackets. And we're about a quarter mile into this trail, so I think we're going to turn around and head back to the truck. But I am going to try to do some Google searching when we get home. I don't have any bars right now for my phone. I'm on Verizon. But I think when we get home, we'll definitely do a little bit of research to see what we can find out. Well, we've got some pretty significant scat here. Next to my hand, it's actually pretty good size. It's not coyote and it's not bear. And of course, it's not anything like an elk. So all I can think is that might be mountain lion. I'm not sure. Yeah. Meow. So now we've just happened upon this really bizarre rock formation. Circles around there, circles around there, circles around this tree. And again, we're still way out in the middle of the forest. And then Heather points out over here that there's a stack of these cut logs.
That rock pile right there.
Oh yeah, that's something. Who knows what? It's got some, look at that, yeah. Now this could have been some kind of a water tank
Oh, say like a feeding stall.
or a seat of some kind.
Oh, cool.
Kitchen post. Yeah, no, I mean, that's very much man-made. Well, if anybody's got an idea as to what this might be, it's definitely not a designated hiking trail by any means. I can't imagine that they would build a cattle trail with this many logs in it constantly. And as far as this thing's concerned, it's got spikes in it. It looks like it's supposed to be laying down. If anybody knows what that might be, if you're a rancher or something, make a comment down below. I'd be really interested to find out. So one more bizarro thing I thought I'd share about this trail is that every once in a while, you'll find a big flat rock standing up on purpose, blocking the trail. Here's another one straight up ahead. Very bizarre. It's not like they're trying to stop you from walking the trail. Why in the world would somebody do that? All right, so we're almost back to the truck where Heather first saw this trail going up the hillside. So we're gonna check and see if the road stops it or if it continues across the road to the other side. The trail just seems to kind of end right here, right at the road. Very odd. Here we are again. This is where Heather first saw the trail. You can see there's a green stripe right down the middle of that red tall grass. Well, this is why we're out here. We're out here to explore, check things out, find things, head down seldom used trails. This looks like a pretty nice campground, very nice facilities, nice bathrooms, great places to corral your horses. There is water, it doesn't look like it's drinkable.
Kidding.
It's a fake rattlesnake somebody left in the middle of the trail.
Arlie.
Arlie.
I think it was Arlie. Thank you for this fine meal, this beautiful day, and time spent together in nature. Amen. Cheers to that.
Amen. Cheers to that.
Pretty good.
Get cozy with the rumple. Nice. Yep. Well, we decided to get inside the truck camper. It got really windy outside, so we put out our propane stove, got inside, closed the back all up, and this is the first time we've tried to actually spend some time inside the truck camper living when the weather outside's not that great. It's sprinkling out there. So we brought our two chairs inside here. Heather's facing one direction with her feet up. I'm facing the other direction with my feet up. We have these plastic bins that we're using for a countertop. We've got our candle lit in here. Try to cozy things up a little. We actually removed part of the ceiling, the bedding, So we can stand up in here no problem and move around. And so far, even though it's pretty basic, it's working out pretty well. We're staying warm, we're out of the wind, and we don't necessarily have to go and lay up in the bed and go to bed yet. So we can sit up and spend some time talking and having snacks and whatnot without having to climb up into our bed. Heather's got her rumple. Looks pretty nice. And as you can see above her head, it opens all the way up. That's like 10 feet up there. One of the most extraordinary things about the Valle Vidal is that there are some incredible mountain peaks out here. We've been going up a switchback. Take a look. Wow. All wild land. Awesome find. Very special.
It was. See what else we can find.
Yeah, let's.
Gosh, cheers to a beautiful morning, honey.
Cheers. Dunk. Well, we've now arrived at the same place that we parked before we headed out, and I proposed to Heather for our engagement. So we're going to take our mountain bikes today, and we're going to head out on this road, and we're going to go out to the same spot and check things out. But this time we're going to go a little bit further, because last time we walked out, we didn't have our bikes with us. There's a road that keeps going on. So I think we're going to go out a little bit further and see where it goes.
There she goes.
All right, and we're off. Let's go for a nice mountain bike ride today here in the Valle Vidal.
We are out here, Valle Vidal, where we got engaged a year ago on my birthday. I'm determined I have too many clothes on.
I'll stop and take some things off.
Soon.
Please close the gate.
There.
We're almost there.
We're gonna go up that trail on the left. See it?
And there's the homestead. A very special place in our hearts.
Aw. Here it is, honey. I do. Happy birthday special spot. Scott proposed to me here. Best day. Love him.
You want to go up to the building, or do you want to take the trails?
Maybe we'll come back and have a snack on the porch.
Okay. Yeah, it's starting to rain a little bit.
Because I took my shirt off.
Well, all right, this is where we're gonna stop. Oh, I'm tired. How about you? All uphill, but the good news is it's all downhill from here. Now, interesting thing here, the road goes right up there, turns, goes across here, goes up and over that slope there, keeps going back. Eventually, my suspicion is that it makes it almost all the way to Red River, New Mexico, which is on the Enchanted Circle on the other side of this mountain. You know, I was kind of thinking that maybe we should just schedule a Team 4X bikepacking trip and then see if anybody wants to sign up and go with us, and it'll be our first time doing it.
And if nobody does, we just do it together.
That's right. It could be probably over 100 miles though. All dirt, gravel.
Do you think Mac will make it?
Oh, your bike? Yeah, as long as I can get you some packs.
This doesn't count?
I still have my Trek 1120 with all the bags and everything. That's really great bike packing bike. The only trouble with it is that it is completely rigid. Now, it's aluminum, very lightweight, nice bike, big fat tires, and we can carry all of our gear on it, and that's the bike I'd probably use. But I can tell you on those washboards on that forest road back there, this front suspension will be great. And you have full suspension. You could put a bag on the back, a bag on your handlebars, and carry a small backpack, and I could carry the rest.
Yeah.
We might be able to do it with these two bikes.
I mean, we could do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it won't be this year.
Why?
Well, because it's September.
Oh yeah, it was pretty cold and windy last night.
Pretty cold and windy, and then tomorrow we've got, well, it's pretty cold and windy, and then, of course, at the end of the month we've got to go to Wisconsin.
And we have campers coming this week, so we should be home for that.
That's true. And then after that, it's going to just start getting pretty chilly at night, especially. You know, we'll be into mid to the end of October, so I'm not really sure if we're going to be able to do a bikepacking trip this year, but I tell you what.
Maybe this winter.
Let's get some great maps. We'll really map out a great route, and maybe invite some of our 4Expedition friends along, see who wants to go along with us.
That sounds good.
Okay. All right. Such a cool place. This is it. Ground zero. Careful.
Not try to crash. Come on. Where is he? There he is.
Yeah, we could have kept going. Don't, it's okay. It's okay. Don't be scared. It's all right. What a wonderful time. It's so nice to be able to go back out to where we got engaged. Weather's still pretty nice. It didn't start raining. Now we're going to head over to a camp spot just down the way here on one of the creeks. Well, what do you say?
Well, I say it's beautiful.
So we're at a place called Rio Castillo Park, and I believe it's private. It might be Fish and Game, I'm not quite sure. But they have these campsites, and you do have to pay. There is an envelope system where you drop some money in. It's actually $30 a night, which in my opinion is well worth it. Yesterday we camped for free. Tonight we're gonna camp right here on this peninsula in this beautiful short grass. We have a picnic table. There's actually a bathroom just around the corner. What a beautiful spot to camp for $30. Definitely consider it when you come out this way.
Yeah. Bon appetit. It's on you too.
Sunshine.
I'm a Girl Scout. We're having dogs again.
Let's do it.
Meow, meow, meow. I think you're burning your bread.
We're gonna heat up some apple fritters. Oh yeah.
We know how to do it.
Already?
Got it.
How is it? Is the inside warm on yours? Well, we woke up this morning to a lot of frozen dew all over the grass. There was steam coming up off the river, and we had a significant amount of condensation inside the tent. So I've got to look into that and figure out what's going on there. The ceiling is a honeycomb, and the walls, of course, is a thick tent material. And then we sleep with our heads toward the wedge rather than the other end where it's open. And there's a couple reasons we do that, but nonetheless, the condensation was coming down the inside of the honeycomb ceiling, and that's a problem. We gotta figure out what's going on with that. But boy, I tell you, we woke up to a beautiful, beautiful morning, sun just warming our bodies, and just a gorgeous, gorgeous view. This is a really extraordinary place to camp. And as I mentioned yesterday, it costs about $30 per site. Now, there is a season here. This place is open until I think September 4th, and we're here on the 15th and 16th. 15th last night, 16th today. And there is a self-pay station, so we self-paid. Here's what's really cool though. We've got somebody checking in tonight at Mantle Rock Mountain Camp, and they're staying for one night. And we charge $45, and then Hip Camp takes a fee, so we end up with about $42. So we stayed here last night essentially for free. In fact, we got paid $10 to stay here. Covered our food. So, you know, we haven't made a lot of money off of our Hip Camp. I think we've only had maybe 4 or 5 people stay this summer, and that almost covered the cost of our portable toilet that we rented, and somebody comes and cleans every week. So it's more or less a break-even situation this year. If we decide to do it again next year, we'll probably end up making more money because we'll start earlier in the season. I'll start advertising and promoting it on the channel. I'll probably create a page for it on the 4Expedition website. And who knows, maybe by next year, we hope to have our barn built next year and a well drilled and some other things. So who knows? Eventually we'd like to have a couple little cabins on the property. So if we're able to do that, then we'll probably switch to cabins as opposed to campsites. But for now, I would say that our campsites are covering the cost of us to be covering the cost of us being able to go camping, and if it costs us any money, it covers our costs. So it's pretty cool. It's a great exchange. Well, the clouds are starting to roll in. I think we're probably going to pack up and head home. I've got to get home and answer a couple of emails. Reached out to a couple people I'm hoping to get some responses from, and I've got to edit another video to put live for all of you. I think I'll probably try to put more than one video live this week because I've probably got content for 5 videos, but I can't get into a situation where I'm filming, let's say, fall colors and putting the video up in December. So it's kind of got to be somewhat real time. And I've got 2 more episodes from our summer trip, and then we've got a Bandelier National Monument video, and then we've got this 3-day overland trip. So I probably need to get a couple of extra videos out there, share all that with all of you, and get caught up. That way, when I'm putting out videos, it's a little more current to the season, if you know what I mean. Anyhow, it's been a really wonderful trip here. We've really enjoyed ourselves on this, and it's really nice for us to have been able to get out here on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday when very few people were here. It's an extraordinary place where we are right now. Valle Vidal. Love it out here. Love this whole region of northern New Mexico. Really, really special.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Ow. Oh my God. That was nice.
All right, my friends, I think that's it for this episode of 4 Expedition Adventure. I really hope you enjoyed this episode as much as Heather and I enjoyed creating it. If you haven't become a subscriber to our channel, we encourage you to hit that subscribe button. Of course, be sure to hit that notification bell to be notified when videos go live. And if you consider yourself to be an adventurer and you're looking for an adventure community, consider joining us at Team 4X by going to 4expedition.com/join to learn more. Until the next time, take care.